Jive and Honey, famous for nothing. Holy shitballs.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And welcome.
If you're still here.
I know you came for Kathy, but we hope that you stay for two idiots that you don't know talking shit.
Really do appreciate that. Means a lot to me.
The numbers were outrageous.
Yeah. I'm going to speak for Kathy and say thank you.
Yeah.
It was nice to have a lot of support. There was some great messages from you guys.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of love.
Social media and on YouTube. And
yes.
Thank you very much.
And a lot of people giving us thanks for having her on so that, because it was so jarring when she left President Steve. But we would love for Kathy to come back. And if you thought that she kind of worked well with the Jive and Honey theme here, it's like, let her know.
Yeah.
That you would like to see her on the show again, because we'd love to have her. And I think it would be a fun little adventure. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yes, we absolutely
how that works out. So hopefully you will stay and watch, and listen as we go on. And just to let you know a little bit, because there's so many new subscribers and followers now. It's like Jive and Honey. It's famous for nothing because we are famous for absolutely nothing. And why should you listen to us? We've known each other for 25 years, and we can tell a good story. A lot of our friends thought we are hilarious. So
yeah, which by the way, that's not a vote of confidence. Our friends are idiots. But we've done a lot. We've done a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah, we have a lot of stupid stories.
Yes.
We kind of work in the industry. We're a production company, directors, and we've worked in music videos, and we've worked on TV shows and film, and we do commercials. And so we have a lot of on-set stuff. So we love to talk about movies and TV shows. We also love music and sports.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of everything, and we try to take the humor road, humor lane on those topics. And we just love to shoot the shit. So
yeah, we've never taken ourselves too seriously, and we hope you don't take us too seriously. But we hope you hang around because we're a good hang.
We've learned to keep it short and sweet. It's like we give you a nice little, 35, 45 minute, under an hour little morsel of a break from your day, just to hopefully get a laugh and
something for your commute or something to throw on YouTube. Just once a week, every Wednesday, we'll be there for you. When you're here, your family.
Yeah. So
that's Olive Garden. Sorry.
We're kind of like Olive Gardens.
Yes, we smell like dressing and breadsticks.
Yuck. Oh, yeah. And this show is 100% opinion. Do not find your facts. Google it yourself.
Yeah.
We talk out our ass. We try to correct ourselves when we kind of figure out, that was completely wrong.
Yeah, we don't do a ton of research, and we are very light on facts, but heavy on opinion. And sometimes we will try to take opposite views just to stimulate the conversation. Yeah. And a lot of times I'll bring things up, and he'll just kick a hole in it almost immediately. So be prepared.
You'll catch
for
the dynamic. It's like, but we bring a lot of our personal lives in it. We have families where things are going on. We're both in therapy, as as we should be.
Yeah, clearly.
I don't know if it's working, but it's happening.
I think it's that we're not in enough therapy. This might mean
we should up the doses. Doses.
Yeah, it's not like we do a lot during the week. We should probably make more time for.
We kind of use this as therapy,
Just this is
because we can get griping.
Secondary therapy.
Yeah.
I have a whole thing. I do have a separate file that I keep of. I was trying to think of would it be like, what's your take or what's the thing, or because I don't want it to be a real Andy Rooney, what grinds my gears kind of thing.
Right.
But my file is called the airing of grievances. And it's just things that are bothering me.
Are bothering you, yeah.
Most of which you hear about all the time.
The time.
Yeah.
But thinking that, like, Kathy kind of stirred up the idea. It's like, it's crazy that she's not on the President Steve anymore. And it's clearly that it was not her choice. It was not the show's choice. It was a corporate decision and a contract. You know, your services are no longer needed.
Yeah, it was a very weird choice.
Yeah.
It was a strange decision.
And I think the show is suffering for it. But, like, it's going on. It's like, that's the weird thing. The show didn't break up.
No.
She was just asked to leave.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's like, and it's a family of 22 years, and she was the female voice of a bunch of dudes talking about shit. I thought she would be great for the show.
Yeah. It would really be sobering.
Yeah. One dysfunctional family to another.
Yeah. Should move in with these idiots.
Our apartment's not as nice as Presley's, but, you know.
I like it here. Sounds fine.
But it got me thinking about, like, other, like, family members and, like, casts of shows. And not so much that cast members go away, but they get replaced.
Well, that would have been much worse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now playing the role of Kathy.
Yeah, due to illness.
Yeah.
That would have been absolutely... that would have, I think, really... splashed back on them in a really hard way. I think the show will be different now. It's not going to be the same show, and they're not going to try to make it the same show because one huge, really defining element's gone.
It's gone.
But if they had tried, like, well, now we're going to shoehorn this other person
into
it, I think people would have really turned on the show, despite the fact that it was not the show's President Steve Casey,
and just
not their decision.
One girl, I know it's a show that you have watched, and they replaced a character, and I don't think it was like it was like a contractual thing that he had to go do something else. But New Girl, they replaced Coach with Winston, and I love Winston so much better.
Yeah, he was in the pilot. He was the Wayne was in the pilot episode, but
he did a whole season with them.
Then he left for another show, I guess.
Yeah, he was under contract for another show, had to go do it.
And then that show got canceled, and they were like, we really love him, so they brought him back.
But Winston's so much.
Winston's the best.
Come on. Winston.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah. That dude cracks me up, man.
Very funny guy.
He's a very funny dude.
Yeah, that was a weird thing to bring him back. And then he was like, oh, I got another show, I'm going to leave again. Yeah. very hard.
But then that show did another, like, quirky thing, and again, not for any wrongdoing or like they're trying to get rid of someone or contracts or whatever. Is Zoe Deschanel went on maternity leave, and they brought in Megan Fox.
Yeah, that was,
and they the whole thing, which is hilarious. Good writing is that she was in jury duty.
That was very funny. She got sequestered.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a great.
I didn't watch that season, but you said Megan Fox did a good job.
Megan Fox's comedy timing was awesome.
Yeah.
Which it makes it so disappointing that she's just not good in these roles.
Like, she hasn't found like her lane yet. It's kind of like all over the place.
Her thumbs. Stop. She has murderer thumbs. And that's
she has good. A case of the hammer thumbs, but yeah, that doesn't bother it.
Yep.
But I mean, talk about pressures. Like, here is a family, like the New Girl family. What was that, like season 6, 7, something?
Yeah, pretty far along, yeah.
So to get thrown in the mix and hold your own, it's pretty good.
Also, you're replacing the main character.
The main character, yeah.
I think there's a testimony to the writing of that show, that the supporting characters were able to carry the show for an entire season.
Yeah. The other famous one, and I never, again, our facts are shallow. I never looked into why. But on the Roseanne show, their daughter, Becky, left the show and was replaced with the Scrubs girl. The girl from Scrubs, the blonde girl from Scrubs.
Amelia Clark? Sarah Clark, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's good. It might be. Might not be.
So, but then she did a season as Becky. Like, it wasn't cousin Sarah or whatever. It was Becky. And then the original Becky came back the next season.
Oh, no way.
But they kind of broke fourth wall. They were just like, have you been, we're gone for a while? You know, they would talk about it. They would joke about her, like, you know,
appearing different.
That's
still one of my favorite bits from Parks and Rec when Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris Pratt, when he got like really ripped for Guardians of the Galaxy, and they just had this throwaway line where it's him and someone else walking up a set of stairs, and he's like, "So you really lost all this weight over the summer?" He's like, "Yeah, just stop drinking beer." That was the only thing they acknowledged. He's a fat slob for 4 seasons.
Right,
suddenly he's ripped, superhero shape.
Going old school, we have the 2 dicks.
Hey, listen.
2 dicks.
I understand because every dick wanted to be near Elizabeth Montgomery.
Yeah, they did. But we're talking way back. Bewitched, Dick York, and Dick Sargent. They just switched dicks.
Yeah. Dick
Sargent. Darren, though.
It was Darren. Yeah. The character was Darren. But Dick Sargent was the second one?
Yeah, second one. And they had kids and a family. It jumped the shark. A lot of them jumped the shark once they start switching up people.
I'm all right with it. I'm still a fan.
But then there's Three's Company. And Chrissy, Suzanne Summers, you know, Thigh Master fame. Suzanne Summers, R.I.P. She's no longer with us.
No, I don't think she is.
First they replaced her with Cousin Cindy, but they thought the character was too young to play against Jack Ritter's like double entendres and like all like the mistaken sexual overtones of the show. So then they replaced her with Priscilla Barnes, who was older and more.
Right, yeah.
But you know,
like she was sturdier. What was that hand gesture
she
for?
Could take a good dick joke.
Okay.
But that show, you know,
that was done.
That was done by then.
Yeah. But I mean, also Suzanne Summers was the breakout star. I mean, you could say John Ritter, but I mean, she was the one who.
But what I read is, if you believe the internets, is the whole thing was money.
Which I do all the time. Everything on the internet's true.
She was getting paid $30,000 an episode, and plus this is what, late 70s, early 80s? Yeah. And John Ritter was getting paid $150,000 an episode. So the discrepancy was a little bit more than 80%.
Yeah, a little bit.
That everyone's fighting for these days. But they told her to, no. They offered her a $5,000 bump. Oof. And she told them to go screw. Which, God bless you, Suzanne Summers.
That is in bad, poor form.
Then you have Charlie Sheen's, you know, monumental public crash of Tiger Milk and winning, and
dude, that was
amazing.
So fun. That was such a good time.
Like our fucking shittiness is like, that's when I would want to hang out with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. Here's the thing though, like when Charlie Sheen did it, it was super fun, right? Yeah. It was every day you're like, what's
Hookers
it going to be today?
Cocaine.
Yeah, it's like I have remember the goddesses or whatever, the 2 porn stars. When Amanda Bynes fell apart, it was just hard to watch. Oh, that was just tragic.
Well, yeah, that was something else.
But again, she seemed super fun to hang out with at that point. She's throwing bongs out of windows. Yeah. So it was like, what the fuck? But man, Charlie Sheen really was
and then,
a good time.
Then to boomerang and replace him with Ashton Kutcher. Oof. Ouch. You knew that was just a ticking time bomb. Cancel.
Well, that was,
that was bad.
That was
but then another thing I read is, you know, it's 2.5 Men. The kid grew up and found God and left the show saying he was disgusted by the show and didn't want to be a part of it because of God.
My bigger problem is he didn't leave the show and say that. He was still on the show saying that.
Yeah, saying that.
And so he's cashing the paychecks. Check. And I'm sure he still cashes those checks because that was at like, you know, I mean, they did so many seasons of that show, and I'm sure it makes a ton in residuals because it was one of those last shows to really do that. I mean, stop cashing your checks, man.
I know.
If you really hate it that much.
Yeah.
So.
And then, like, you know, he was a kid actor and grew up and never became an actor. Like, he didn't. I don't think he took a single acting lesson the 10 years that show was.
Yeah. It was like, guy, you were just the butt of the joke half the time. It was just like, about you eating snacks.
Yeah. Another tough one. And when I looked this up, I did look it up.
look
A
at
lot
you.
of shows that I never in a million years would watch, and they're like people being so upset that someone left like CSI whatever, or Chicago Fire, and like they can't believe it.
People love that. Don't besmirch
I
it.
know they love that shit, but haven't watched. But a show I've never watched. But Criminal Minds, which is like a big show. I think it was like #1 here or there, and it's like been on for years. It started out with Mandy Patinkin.
Mandy Patinkin?
Yeah.
Indigo Montoya?
Yeah, Indigo Montoya. You killed my father.
Prepare to die.
But he couldn't take. He thought the show was going to take a different turn and be like into the psychology of criminal activity, and he's like, it was just rape and murder.
Yeah.
Rape and murder, like he did 2 years of it, couldn't do it. And Joe Mantegna followed up, but he's been on it for like 12 years
Good
now.
for him. He's fine. His life is totally okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I thought you watched that show. I thought this was part of your shitty shows.
That wasn't.
Oh,
no, that was.
you watched the show about the guy that solved crimes with his brain or something?
Oh, The Mentalist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Mentalist is awesome. Bones.
Ah, Jesus.
And what was my boy Nathan's? Shit, I can't even think of it.
Oh, the one where he was like
A writer. And
a writer
he
who then
followed
solves
it-
crimes?
Yeah, then he solved crimes with the police force.
I mean, Murder, She Wrote is one thing. Because, I mean, she wrote. But it's like he gets invited to be a cop.
Yeah, and then he's so good.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
It's killing me that I can't think of that fucking name of that show. Oh my God.
Christ.
Nathan Fillion could do no wrong.
The
That's all I
Rookie?
gotta say. No. Yeah, all right, he can do a little bit of wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, that show stinks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that
I
show.
tried because,
What was that show?
he was like a really, really old rookie cop, and he joins the force, and he's like hanging out with 20-year-olds who are trying to be cops too.
Why was he a cop all the time? Castle?
I don't.
Was it Castle?
Castle. Motherfucking
Man,
Castle.
that has like
Castle's great. Castle has a cult following, dude.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, it's good.
Wait, is the Rookie still on the air?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Christ.
But they came up a lot. They've had a lot. Their cast members is like a turnstile. It's like a different cast every.
Oh, by the way, I'm real sad about Suits LA not making it past like one
I
episode.
told you, Suits LA. Don't fuck with fucking brilliance. It's like you can't measure up.
They got through like one episode and they were like, nah,
Yeah.
forget it. Sorry. Our bad.
At one point, I was like, maybe they did, catch lightning in a bottle again. They did not. I watched one episode. I'm just be like, oh, if this becomes successful, I'm like losing all hope with society.
Yeah, well, the Rookie's still there, so
There is that.
fear not.
Then I kind of veered off and was thinking about like real people. And I always think that it's like a breakup, but the internet, I don't know if the internet is just kinder and gentler, but like
The internet is absolutely
everyone
not
says
kinder or
that they're
gentler.
still friends. They're still friends. And like the most current one is Key and Peele. It's like they're never seen together. Peele is making, blockbuster movies. Key is not in them.
Right.
And Key at one point said it was, what do you say, like a travesty that they don't see each other anymore, or what?
But I mean, it's like just like Kathy said, like yeah, we all have the best intentions, but
Right.
it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
And I mean,
But like they're throwing the element of fame and success to bridge that gap, like Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff.
I mean, yeah,
It's like he brought him on for the TV show to make his little appearances, which were the best part of the show, is when Jazz was on.
oh yeah,
And I played Jazzy Jeff in basketball.
in a play.
No. Yeah. It was a stretch.
It was community theater.
Yeah.
I played.
It's because of my
Jazzy Jeff.
scratching ability. No, I played in a basketball game, and it was like multiple games, like pickup games. And I had to guard him, and he's like, I'm 6'3", and he is not. So I was like
kind way of
spanking
putting
his
it.
shit all over the place. And finally, one of his guys came up and be like, let Jazz get his shots off. You know, they're kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, you don't have to be, because like I was just like, I didn't want to be showed up by Jazzy Jeff on the court.
Let the Wookiee win.
Yeah, let the Wookiee win. Exactly.
I mean, I love that you are so blind to the fact that they're like, dude.
I thought he could play. He's not very good. He was not very good. I mean, he could handle himself all right, but yeah.
Sounds like
And if someone's driving the lane, I'm smacking it back.
he's like, I've never lost. He's like, but what about the Jeff rule? Where it's like, if it's close to
Yeah.
the net, I get 1 point anyway?
Yeah. Well, I had the tables turn on me in the same league. I play with Cheeks.
Mo Cheeks?
Yeah, from the Sixers.
Mo Cheeks. 1983 76ers world champion.
Yeah, world champion. I play with him, but he took it easy on all of us. You know, it was a friendly game. And then I ate with him. We went out and had pancakes, and the round pancakes, he would eat a square out of them and leave the edges. It was very, I don't know. And I asked him, and he just said, "It's just what I do."
Yeah. Well, some people don't like the corner of the meatloaf. I mean, it's
But the revenge was I played Don Staley, the head coach of South Carolina, who's like a gold medal Olympian, college champion, whatever. She smoked. Like, I didn't know who she was at the, when we were starting the game. And the dude just like, you have to guard her. Like, I was like, kind of, oh, it's a girl, like, oh shit, she fucking housed me every time. Like, I could not even remotely keep,
well, if we ever play 2-on-2, you take Don Staley and I'll take Jazzy Jeff.
Are we throwing that out there?
I'll do it.
Is Don Staley and Jazzy Jeff? Come on.
We'll
run a court.
I feel like Don Staley would be a real problem.
Real problem. And I don't think she was pretty nice about it. She kind of like snickered a few times. It's like,
Right. But she's also, how many times did she have to beat a guy?
Yeah.
To be like,
I know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
growing up in
better.
North Philly,
Yeah.
she's just like, yeah, I schooled everyone on my block.
She's like, I'm better at this than
Yeah. Yeah, the old Larry Bird quote. You putting the white guy on me?
you. Right. Yeah.
All right, let's see how that works out. But then like Vince Vaughn, Jon Favreau, you don't know how closely we're friends, but they seem like that they were like kind of working together and like doing these movies together and projects. Now, Jon Favreau is like one of the biggest people in Hollywood, and Vince Vaughn is doing Freaky Friday horror movies.
Yeah. I mean, but also wasn't that like Swingers, like their friendship, didn't it kind of just make, and them selling that movie that way?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it was more that than anything else.
They weren't childhood friends. They met on Rudy.
Rudy.
So, yeah, but it just seems like, again, another thing where success and, is kind of...
Yeah.
I haven't seen any news of any Vince Vaughn, Jon Favreau productions.
I don't think so. But, I mean, everyone moves on, I guess. I mean, if you have different managers, that's probably like a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Like, you're just not vying, you're not like in the same room for projects.
It just feels different. I don't know. But the other one I thought of is Seth Rogen and James Franco.
Well, he X'd him out.
Oh, yeah. Well, all those accusations.
Yeah.
Or whatever, yeah, it was just like he like put up the wall and said, see you later.
Yeah, which is a shame because you know what? I will say I think This Is the End is a really, really funny
It's
movie.
fucked up and funny.
It's very fucked up and it's very funny. I thought Pineapple Express was very funny.
Very
I mean, it's
funny.
a stoner movie, but I thought it was very funny. And I thought This Is the End was really sort of a next level.
What was the North Korean movie? The Interview?
Oh, The Interview.
I love that movie.
Hilarious.
I thought that was hilarious.
That was a
Hilarious.
really funny. The guy that played Kim Jong-un,
Oh, yeah. Now
he's
good.
great.
He's great. He does all the Marvel stuff now, too.
Yeah, he's really funny.
Yeah. Shit. So that's kind of a sad one. I mean, I thought they really did funny shit together, but,
Yeah.
Then like in the music is the one that we're in Philly is Hall and Oates. Breaks my heart, man.
It's all business, man.
Oof. But it doesn't sound. It's like it sounds pretty cantankerous.
It sounds irrevocable at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Daryl Hall wants the money now, and John Oates is like, no.
Yeah.
I want my music. Which you'd think there could be an agreement there, but I guess the people offering the money are just like, no.
Yeah.
We just want to own it and then put it.
Yeah,
on.
we don't want to.
We want to sell it everywhere.
Yes.
They want to make their money back.
Yeah. That's the only way people would want to buy it. The other one that like kind of hit home, just because I am such a Diamond Dave fan, is Van Halen, who can't get their shit together. Like even for a reunion tour before R.I.P. Eddie. Like was David Lee Roth so hard to deal with that? That's the other thing for me. Van Hagar, I can't listen to. I cannot. I stopped listening to Van Halen.
I've softened to some Sammy Hagar songs because there's a couple good ones.
There
There's
are,
a- there's a-
but it's
I mean-
very different.
Yeah,
It's very different.
clearly, David Lee Roth was not the problem. the Van Halen brothers were the problem because I'm sorry, but what they did to Michael Anthony was so cruel.
Oh yeah,
It was so cruel. And then, Dave was part of that. He was not innocent in that. But
basically he has no rights to any of the music at all. He doesn't get any reason. He only makes money when they tour.
And he was kicked out of the band to put
Wolfgang
in the band. So yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah.
I can see why Michael Anthony has a band with Sammy Hagar now.
Yeah.
Called The Other Guys.
The Other Guys.
Maybe it's Chickenfoot. I forget. There was a couple bands.
Well, I mean, so this is what Jive and Honey is all about. So
It can be. Hey, wait. One thing that's very, very on brand for us that I want to talk about because it's fucking weird. The Sydney Sweeney soap that she is offering.
soap opera or soap like
soap.
wash yourself
She is selling
with?
soap
She is
that
selling
is made with her dirty bathwater.
No.
Yes.
See, this is where I'm just
No. First of all, don't fucking know me. Don't fucking do that, dude. Don't know.
That just seems ridiculous.
Okay.
Why? Like, someone had to talk
Are
her
you going
into.
to ask me why? Are you going
Why?
to ask me why she's selling that? Because she's too fucking popular to be on OnlyFans? I mean, yeah,
Are people buying it?
I believe so. I mean,
Is it-
I don't know how much she's.
Does it have to, like-
Sydney's Bathwater Bliss? That's what it's called.
Now, isn't that like hygienically like shouldn't like the health department step in at this point?
I don't know.
Is she tested for STDs and communicable diseases?
I don't know, but the New York
It's bathwater.
The New York Post, a reporter from the New York Post bought it and tested it. And I think the best quote in the article was, "It smells like morning wood." It's sold out in seconds.
Holy
Secondary
shit.
market for it is like, I don't know what it was originally. Oh, it was $8 a bar. It's selling for $2,000 a bar on eBay right now.
Fuck me. Fuck my life. Holy shit.
So if you're interested in Jive and Honey bathwater soap,
Yeah. Let's artisanal Jive and Honey bathwater soap.
I feel like hers is like a brownish
Yeah.
color. I think ours would be much darker.
Yeah. It smell like morning ass. Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
But God bless her. Her dumb little whoever came up with it.
Dr. Squatch is the brand that approached her.
I've actually heard of them.
Yeah. Well, thanks for telling me no immediately.
I was just more shocked that that's actual. That's a thing that's happening.
But did you
in
think
the
like
world.
I would make that story up.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
of anything to make up.
it feels like a lot.
No, I don't question you. I just question the sources. So I'd like to hear that New York Times.
The fucking bibliography that you need on everything. It was the New York Post, first of all. I don't think the Times.
Oh, the Post. The Times did not pick up on that.
They do not trade in such clever.
Yeah, that trends a little bit more.
Yeah.
But goddamn. Ay.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one.
Yeah. Oh. Sweeney.
Still not talented.
Yeah, still not talented.
Still not a good actress.
And we'll fight you on that.
Yeah.
I did want to ask Kathy, because our other, like...
well, ask me and I'll answer as Kathy.
No, I already know your answer, and you will definitely overtake Kathy's thing. Is Adam Driver talented or good-looking?
Neither.
But that's what Kathy brings to the table. Like, I would want to, it gives us a third.
You think he's handsome and talented. I think he's neither.
I don't think he's handsome. I think I get why people would be attracted to his personality and his outwardness. Like, his personality is fucking
actually less attractive than his face.
To you.
He's so abrasive and militaristic and thinks he's so serious.
Didn't you? I won't remember. That's the other thing. My memory's for shit. He just did commercials making fun of himself being serious. I think he reads that's online reviews.
That's because he did that
as a serious actor.
That's because he did that commercial where he was half horse. Yeah. That commercial was serious. That was him. That's what he chose to be. His publicist told him to read mean tweets about yourself, or whatever.
Well, Johnny Depp, Natalie Portman, they all do really shitty commercials.
I love perfume commercials so much. The fact that they are still being made,
they freak my wife out. They're just like, why would they do that?
I mean. Most of them,
there's a lot of whispering,
always whispering,
a lot of posing and running.
Yeah. But the Johnny Depp one,
we'll have to make our bath soap commercial,
like a perfume commercial.
Yeah. I'll come in as a half horse.
Yes, dude.
But you could be Johnny Depp with all his rings, the bearing his.
It's like sausage or Dude, him playing guitar in the desert for wolves is the fucking best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Stop it.
That's probably the greatest perfume cologne commercial ever.
Oh my God.
And there's been some crazy ones, but that one takes the cake. I love it so much.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I thought those...
But do they realize they're hilarious, or are these people like, oh my God, it's a beautiful, stylistic...
No. I think it's very much like high fashion. You know when common folks see fashion shows and they're like,
right.
But you can't wear that? I think it's kind of like that. Where you don't...
But it's like, does it sell perfume and... I guess it's cologne for men.
Yeah.
Are people wearing Johnny Depp's
Let's see how much money that cologne made last year, shall we?
I don't even know. But that's the other thing too. I'm not in the cologne.
Johnny Depp cologne.
Yeah. I'm not in the cologne market, but I don't even know the name of it.
It's Sauvage.
That savage.
It looks like savage.
It's savage, but it's got a U, so it looks like.
Well, it's also sausage with a V. I mean, you could go either way on that.
Who is the fucking crazy dude on The League?
On Parks and Rec. He did the
the Parks and Rec. Why is this called Insert? Because it was in someone.
Awesome. Dior. It's made by Dior. Immensely popular and has made it a highly profitable fragrance.
Wow. Then there's just a lot of douchebags that just be like, Sauvage is my scent. Dude, it's like I relate with wearing.
If you come in smelling like Sauvage, I mean, you already smell like sausage. But
yeah.
If you came in smelling like a particular scent,
shit, fuck.
I don't. I mean, they spent $20 million on him for the commercial.
Holy fuck! So
they
they
had
have to
money
be
to-
selling more than $20 million of this cologne.
Yeah, I don't even know what it cost. Let's see what it costs.
And good for Johnny Depp. Fucking $20 million.
Yeah, I mean, seems to be about $50 for a small bottle. That's
God damn it.
I don't.
This world is
well, that's the
so
thing.
fucked.
The Matthew McConaughey car commercials.
For Lincoln?
Yeah, I thought those were perfume commercials for 4 months.
I love those commercials. He was talking to dogs at one point in the
Absolutely,
backseat.
absolutely nonsensical. I mean, just yeah. And he's like, I wrote them myself, and it was like, yeah, dude.
He said they
no
let me be the art director, and they just brought my visions to life. I was like,
yeah, no shit,
awesome.
dude.
but like I love that they just want. Yeah, it's like, yeah, let's make these as kooky fucking as we possibly can with Matthew McConaughey.
No, I agree. I think it's great, but they are kooky.
Kooky, yeah.
Yes, but
It's kind of like, like people is like, oh, President Trump is great because it just lends itself to so much comedy. I could do without that. Matthew McConaughey, though.
car commercial comedy.
Yeah.
All right,
Johnny Depp singing to wolves, is like, that is awesome.
we have to do the Sauvage. We have to do that.
For our own.
Doesn't he play like Wild Thing on the guitar or something?
I think so. That sounds about right.
Which then they had to pay
Holy
for
shit.
that song.
What does
too?
he bury? He buries something in the desert, like rings or I don't know. His SAG card.
Hunter S. Thompson's ashes.
Yeah.
He'd want it this way.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's burying anything from the Lone Ranger. People can't find
Include
him as Tonto.
Yeah. And the fucking psycho that played Lone Ranger.
Oh, Army Hammer.
Army Hammer. Holy jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
He's burying Amber Heard's turds out there.
It's the herd turd that was left on his bed pillow.
He's like, you got to bury it in a hole, or else the wolves will come. It's a problem. You can't shit in your.
It's
your
a whole
base
thing.
camp.
It's a whole thing.
It's real basic camping things. You shouldn't do that.
Jesus shit. Thank you, Johnny Depp, for being insane.
Ah,
And Matthew McConaughey. We love it. Keep it coming.
keep it coming.
So who are you going to replace me with? Next week there'll be someone else here. You'll just keep going.
That'd be funny. And I'm just like, welcome back.
Yeah. Not even going to mention it.
I feel like I'd be the one replaced. Pretty.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It's like you make with the funny. I just fucking write down shit and
Yeah, but I'm
try to keep up.
I'm gonna make some unreasonable demands at some point and be replaced. I'm gonna get Chrissied.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll take the Thigh Master money.
Anyway, we hope you're still with us, and
Yes. Thank you. And
join us every Wednesday or whenever the fuck you please. Because honestly,
Yeah.
I don't care as long as
Yeah.
you continue to listen.
But the things we need from you are likes, subscribe, comments.
Yeah,
help us.
Things that pretty like we're
If
not
you
gonna
help us,
not asking for
maybe
money.
Kathy will come back.
We're not gonna ask you for any money yet.
Yeah.
We're just asking for
Yeah.
a couple things, likes, comments,
About 45 minutes
things,
a week.
things that move the needle a little bit. Just
Yeah. It would help.
that would help us.
Keep us
And
going.
if you could tell somebody, even if Kathy's not on the show,
Yeah.
if you could
Yeah,
tell them,
yeah.
maybe you want to check this
I
out.
found these two guys. They're
Yeah.
pretty funny.
They're pretty good.
Um,
Yeah, we have decent taste. We'll probably mention some things that are worth checking out at some point.
And we actually are open to suggestions. If there's something we could talk about or something we shouldn't talk about anymore, let us know.
Yes.
Yeah. Be
Next
nice.
week, we're talking about the incoming race wars. So join us for that.
Oh shit! All right, man.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right.